Holy shit, this season has been hell. I mean, ever since our first game of the season, we got our backs blown in by the damn Magic, to that game versus the Pistons where Hero saved us and then Coach Spo called a timeout with none left. Like, this season has been shit. And I haven't even mentioned the Jimmy Butler drama. But this video, it's Beatleaf too, by the way. You might know me from my Daniel Larson videos on Beatleaf, just normal. That's my normal account. But this is my new main account because I'm really into basketball and I just have to talk about the Miami Heat right now. So I'm just going to go over what happened this season and what I expect to see in the offseason.
They're necessary to win, whatever they are. Those things you're doing to try to win, if they aren't working, must change. Jimmy moves the needle the most. He's an incredible player. And what I said at the beginning about change is he's got to give it some thought himself, for this thing to be what he really wants it to be. And so if you're not on the court playing against Boston or on the court playing against the New York Knicks, you should keep your mouth shut.
And that clip from Pat Riley right there is why I believe we never got to see this picture I'm putting up, which is totally not AI generated. But I feel like that is obviously what caused the downfall of our season. I mean, it's not really an I feel like statement. It's kind of an objective statement. Like, if Pat Riley didn't say that, Jimmy Butler wouldn't have got, I don't want to say butt hurt, but he kind of got butt hurt and, requested out. I mean, obviously he wasn't going to get paid, which also led to it. But I feel like Jimmy Butler is the type of person to handle his business privately with that. Like, he didn't originally take it to the media like, Pat Riley, you need to effing pay me. You need to fucking pay me, Pat Riley. Pat Riley went to the media and was like, Jimmy Butler, you need to shut up. And that Jimmy Butler would obviously feel some type of way. That was after, his injury in the play-in and him not being able to play against the Celtics, last year, 2 years ago. And that was coming off a finals run where Jimmy Butler got no help from Pat Riley, where Damian Lillard specifically requested to go to Miami. Like, what opportunity? What other GM in the NBA? Like, Brad Stevens is amazing. If Damian Lillard was like, I want to go to Boston and only Boston, Damian Lillard would have ended up in Boston. Like, even if it was like Daryl Morey and fucking Damian Lillard was like, I want to end up in Philadelphia, he would have been in Philadelphia, right? Like, it's not rocket science. It's just Pat Riley was being stingy, and he didn't get Jimmy Butler the help that he needed, and he didn't pay Jimmy Butler, and he publicly called out Jimmy Butler. So Jimmy Butler would obviously feel some type of way. This is a picture of me the day Jimmy Butler came to Miami. I was rocking that Jimmy Butler shirt in the summertime hiking with my parents. That was in June when we first got Jimmy Butler. Man, I love Jimmy Butler. So, I mean, I might be a little bit biased when I'm speaking on this, but at the end of the day, Jimmy Butler did lead us to, 2 finals, 3 conference finals in the span of basically 4 years because he was hurt in the playoffs, right? The only bad year where Jimmy Butler was healthy was that 2021 year where we got swept by Boston right after the bubble. Not Boston, Milwaukee. Got swept by Milwaukee right after the bubble. That was the only bad year of Jimmy Butler. But that's off topic. I just wanted to say I might be a little bit biased towards this subject, but I'm going to delve into why I feel like Jimmy Butler didn't get the help he required. I feel like Jimmy Butler leading us to the finals in his first year, going crazy in the playoffs, it spoiled us, and it spoiled Pat Riley and everyone in the front office. I feel like that finals run was oh shit, we can do this, right? We lost in 6, but our starting center and our starting point guard were both out. And our second best player was a goddamn rookie, right? So obviously, if we just run it back, we're going to be good. We would have won if we were healthy. That's what Pat Riley thought. And, the next year after that, we got swept, right? So changes needed to be made. And Jimmy Butler was like, let's go get Kyle Lowry. They got Kyle Lowry, which applaud, you want a round of applause here. There you go, Pat Riley. You got Kyle Lowry for us, man. And PJ Tucker. I can't forget PJ Tucker. Those huge additions, right? Because, we were the 1 seed. We were the 1 seed, and we did make it to the conference finals. We were 1 shot away from making the finals. But after Jimmy Butler was hurt. If you remember that Game 5, what was it, Game 5? It was Game 5 versus Boston. He looked like he didn't have a knee. He looked like he was playing on his right leg and his right leg only. He could barely jump. And then the game after that, he comes out and he puts up 47 points. And then the game after that, he puts up 35 points. We were 1 shot away from the finals. But Jimmy Butler had to go nuclear. Like he had to carry us on his back. And that should have been when Pat Riley was like, okay, let me go get a second scorer. Because Tyler Hero, we've seen him, it's been 3 years at this point. He has not had a good postseason run. He had one good game versus Boston in his rookie year where he had 37 points. I mean, that was damn good. But since then, even to this day, he has not had a good playoff series. He's had a sprinkle of games where it's like, ooh, 30 points, ooh, 20 points, 10 assists. But he hasn't had a series where he's dominated and won us that series. Like Bam Adebayo in the bubble against Boston. Bam Adebayo has had playoff series where he can take over and single-handedly win us a series. Like in Boston, I've said that. This picture right here, Jimmy Butler posting up Kemba Walker, we only won because of Bam Adebayo. And we should have got help after that year. We should have traded Tyler Hero for help, but we didn't. In the year after that, we were the 8th seed, right? We were the 8th seed. So that was a huge, what the fuck, Pat Riley? That was when we should have traded for our star, our big whale. We should have went whale hunting, and we didn't. So we blundered that opportunity. Like that opportunity was thrown out the window. We're the 8th seed now. Even I had a computer. I was watching the Heat versus Hawks. It was a Heat versus Hawks play-in game, and we lost, and I punched a hole through my fucking computer, right? Like, I was pissed. So now I don't have a computer. And I had no hope. I knew we were going to beat Chicago, but I had no hope against the Celtics, or the Bucks, excuse me. I had no hope against the Bucks. And we were the 8th seed, we made the finals, right? And obviously we weren't going to beat the Nuggets. I mean, Aaron Gordon was on like fucking drugs that year. He was like locking up Kevin Durant, locking up LeBron James. He was locking up Jimmy Butler. He was locking up everybody. Like, we were not going to win that, especially with Tyler Hero missing a whole playoffs again, being injured. Damn it. Okay, this is off topic. This whole video is off topic so far, but I promise it'll make sense. And like, it all connects. But we should have gotten Damian Lillard after that season. If we got Damian Lillard after that season, we would have won the damn championship. I put that on everything I love. But we didn't. And now Jimmy Butler was pissed. So that's how it all connects, basically. Jimmy Butler being mad and why it led to the point of him getting no help. But let's get back on task. So if we're being blunt about it, these two players right here, Jimmy and Bam, were kind of the catalyst for our bad season. I mean, obviously I can be like Terry Rozier, or I could be like Jaime Jaquez, or I could be like Andrew Wiggins. But these, like, if we're looking at it on a very surface level, deep dive, you know what I'm talking about? These two are the catalyst for our bad season. Jimmy Butler, obviously, because he asked out, all the drama that surrounded him, And by the way, that game where Jimmy Butler shot that one-legged three versus fucking New Orleans, I told everyone that was going to be one of his last games in the Heat, and he was pissed. And everyone was like, no, you're stupid. You don't know ball, bro. He always does this. So I'm right, bitch, by the way. I knew it. Bam Adebayo was god-awful the first half of the season. Like, he was so bad the first half of the season. Let me actually pull up some stats. Okay, stat muse is being useless, but it was like 17-ish points per game and like 8 rebounds and like 3 assists. Okay, I vividly remember that. But after the All-Star break, he did pick it up. So, round of applause for Bam Adebayo. I'm not going to set my phone down and clap for him because he's a grown man. Pat Riley, I'll clap for him because he's a senile old man. But, that's besides the point. I fucking hate Pat Riley. But, so Bam Adebayo was bad this season, the start of the season. And as our team captain, like, you cannot let that slide. And it honestly, it hurts me to say that Bam Adebayo is our team captain. I'm about to show you all a clip, and if that doesn't piss you all off, then y'all don't have any Heat culture. Because the shit I'm about to show you pissed me the fuck off, bro. I was furious. I was mad.
We've got a whistle here. Robinson trying to fight his way through the Merrill screen. And a little shove there from Donovan Mitchell. Boy, Mitchell's fourth.
Nobody did shit. He just got pushed, and nobody fought for my man Duncan. That happened last year in the playoffs, or not in the playoffs, I don't think. But fucking Jaylen Brown tried to break this dude's arm in half, and Bam Adebayo was fucking cracking jokes with him. Like, come on, Bam. You're our captain. Bro, y'all want to see what happened when someone tried Duncan Robinson when Jimmy was the captain? I'm going to show y'all.
For the first time in his career.
Ball went out of bounds. Chris Paul last touch it. By the way, there's a minute left in the Toronto-Philadelphia game. The 76ers have a 1-point lead. It doesn't really matter for either club, but the newsworthy item of that game, Joel Embiid, who missed the last couple of games with an ankle injury, hurt his right wrist in this game, only played 13 minutes. X-rays were negative. Oh, Chris Paul getting a little feisty. Turned it into dodgeball, threw it off the body of Duncan Robinson.
Well, we've seen different teams. They're putting smaller players on Duncan. He's reaching, grabbing, trying to combat Duncan's ability to shoot with quickness, moving with him, and Chris Paul able to come up with it.
Gilgeous-Alexander tripling from the hip. Paul having some sort of hand problem. He keeps reaching for that hand. Meanwhile, Gilgeous-Alexander has 18 points on 6 of 8 shooting, and that's an offensive foul on Butler. I think he just paid Chris Paul back for treating Robinson rudely, just plowed right over.
Not to pivot more towards Jimmy Butler, but he would not try that shit with Jimmy on the court or UD on the court. I mean, like, UD would have fucking killed Duncan or fucking Donovan Mitchell. He would, oh, God, bro. We lost our culture. We lost our culture, bro. Like, in the playoffs, the only person who wanted to win was Davion Mitchell. Tyler Hero, in our exit interviews the other day, he was talking about getting the bag. He doesn't give a damn. Bam talks about wanting to win. Show us you want to win. 11 points is not enough in the playoffs, Bam. It's not. It's not enough in the playoffs. I don't care that Evan Mobley, the depoy, is guarding you, bro. 11 points is unacceptable. When Jaren Jackson Jr., one of the other softest stars in the NBA, would guard Bam Adebayo would go insane, and he won a depoy. Evan Mobley is not that soft, so Bam's softness is shitting himself. It's bad. I could rant about this for hours. We lost our identity. And now we're Charmin Ultra Soft. That's what we are, and that's why Jimmy left. So our season can be summed up with Terry Rozier betting on his own unders, Jaime Jaquez sleeping with Coach Spo's ex-wife and falling off a cliff completely, a lot of excuses, and bad basketball. Shout out Tyler Hero. Sorry, that name damn near made me vomit after that 4 points on 1 for oh my God. I'm a passionate Heat fan, guys. I can't do this. Okay, so yeah, our season can be summed up as drama. Just a lot of drama when it was, Jimmy Butler requesting out, Tyler. Let's skip that guy. With Terry Rozier betting his unders, Bam Adebayo being as soft as a baby's fucking asshole, right? Like, oh my God. And then Coach Spo falling off a cliff. Jaime Jaquez sleeping with Coach Spo's ex-wife. Like, this season was hell. It was hell. Shout out Chloe Ware, though. But now I'm going to talk about what I want to see next season, what the roster needs to be next season. Boy, oh boy, do I see a whale coming to Miami. I want Giannis. Now, is this very likely to happen? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Even if he was like, I want to go to Miami and Miami only, we would not get him. But if we get Giannis, bro, it makes sense, okay? Giannis has won 2 games in the last 3 years in the playoffs, right? He's won 2 playoff games, because he won that game 2 versus us, and then they won that 1 game versus the Pacers, and that's it. That is it. They have been god-awful after that championship year. They've been god-awful. And the Bucks, fuck the Bucks. They poked their head into business they didn't belong in, right? Because Damian Lillard didn't want to go to the damn Bucks, okay? The Bucks didn't need a point guard. They had Drew Holiday, who they just won a championship with. But the Bucks were like, oh, let's poke our head in their business and intercept Damian Lillard. And now we're both fucked because of it. God, that shit gets me pissed off. I'm trying to stay on task. I'm on topic. There you go, on topic. But fuck, we need Giannis. Okay, Giannis, he's not happy in Milwaukee. He's not happy in Milwaukee. We can give up a package of, hold on, let me pull up a trade maker. Boom. Look at that. Okay, so let me explain. Okay, so us getting Giannis, that's good. That's very good, right? And we're giving up Terry Rozier, Andrew Wiggins, and Kel'el Ware. We're giving up Kel'el Ware, specifically Kel'el Ware, instead of like Jaime Jaquez or someone else, is because Kel'el Ware fits the Bucks like a glove. Okay, the Bucks needed a center. Like this year, Brook Lopez in the playoffs was unplayable. He was god-awful against the Pacers. And Kel'el Ware, much younger, basically just a younger Brook Lopez, right? Obviously not as strong. He's a rookie going into his second year if this trade gets pulled off. So it could fit the Bucks. Kel'el Ware would be really good for the Bucks. And then getting Terry Rozier, you could also use in another trade or some shit. I mean, they wanted to fucking indulge in getting Damian Lillard. Why not indulge in getting Terry Rozier too? You're also getting 3 picks. Okay, the picks get cut off. Sorry, my cat is meowing. I don't know if y'all can hear that. I'm walking around the house because how worked up I got. So, okay, we give up Terry Rozier. Okay, because they don't have a point guard, right? I keep saying okay and right, but they don't have a point guard. Damian Lillard's probably going to be out for the rest of next season. So they need a point guard. Terry Rozier can tank command for them. And Andrew Wiggins can be a 3 because Kyle Kuzma is god-awful, right? This trade is bad, probably. Let me go cook up something better. This one makes a lot more sense, and it's actually better for both of our teams, probably because I didn't make it, and some actual, like, John Hollinger of the Athletics made it. But we get to keep Kel'el Ware, which would be amazing. Imagine, hold on. Okay, so if we do this trade, we're giving away Tyler Hero and Duncan Robinson, arguably 2 of our best shooters. Obviously, Jaime Jaquez is not a good shooter. They can keep him. This trade actually does make a lot of sense. But we would lose a lot of our shooting, so we would probably need to, like, maybe go out and get another shooter. I mean, if we keep Alec Burks, Pelle Larsson's actually a pretty good shooter. But, but like we would kind of lack shooting, because Nikola Jovic, despite shooting 40% from 3, isn't a reliable 3-point shooter. So we'd have to bring back Alec Burks and figure it out that way. But imagine a starting lineup of this. Okay, imagine. Oh, shit, imagine. Davion Mitchell, right? Alec Burks, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Bam Adebayo, Kel'el Ware. Oh, my God. The defense? Oh, boy. But this trade, we actually keep Wiggins. So imagine Davion Mitchell, Wiggins, Giannis, Bam, Ware. Oh, damn. That'd be crazy. But the most likely star we're going to get is Kevin Durant. Do not get it twisted. Kevin Durant is probably the best scorer of all time, right? I just don't want him on my basketball team. He couldn't make the playoffs with Devin Booker and Bradley Beal. Okay, and I don't want to hear any Bradley Beal disrespect. Bradley Beal is a damn good basketball player. He averaged 30 points in a regular season, right? And his team went to the bubble, which is basically like being a top 10 team back in the day. That was pre-play-in, so his team would have been a play-in team. He averaged 30 points on a shitty-ass team, and he won them some games, right? Like, he won them some games. I don't want to hear any Bradley Beal slander or disrespect. Bradley Beal has earned my respect. Just because he's not good on the Suns doesn't mean he's not a good basketball player. Like, Bradley Beal is really good. He just doesn't fit the Suns at all, right? The Suns didn't need another legendary scorer to pair with Kevin Durant and Devin Booker. All right, they didn't need another scorer. They should have went out and they should have kept Chris Paul, honestly. But they needed a point guard who can just facilitate and doesn't care about scoring. Like revive prime Rajon Rondo. Go make a time machine and get Rajon Rondo in the squad and you'll be fine. Or a center. I don't know. But, okay, that's besides the point. Kevin Durant is not a winner, right? He only won with Steph Curry and Klay Thompson and Draymond Green. Like, he is not Heat culture at all. And he's, 37 or some shit? And I just don't want him. If I have to choose between him or Giannis or Trae Young or John Morant or any of the other stars we're linked to, I am 100% choosing all of them before I'm even looking at Kevin Durant. All right, and Heat Twitter kind of seems to agree with me. It's kind of split, but, I don't give a damn. All right, I know what Kevin Durant would bring to our team. I have a feeling what Kevin Durant would bring to our team. I just don't want him. Because to get Kevin Durant, we wouldn't have to give up Bam or Hero. We'd probably have to give up a package of around Wiggins and fucking Rozier and Duncan Robinson maybe, and then add in Jaquez and Jovic or something. I don't know how the contracts would work. But we could probably give him up just by giving the Suns depth and some picks. Because they don't need Devin Booker. Or they don't need Tyler Hero, excuse me. They don't need Tyler Hero and Devin Booker to be paired against each other, with each other. Excuse me. Can't talk right now. I just got a text on my phone, and I'm editing these videos on my phone, and it popped up on my screen. So I'm going to go answer that, and I'll be right back. Sorry, excuse that. In summary, this video is already 20 minutes long, so just in summary, Miami failed. They had a god-awful season, just surrounded by drama and terrible, terrible hoops from everyone on the team, really, except for Tyler Hero in the regular season, and Burks. Burks was awesome. And next year, I expect a lot of changes to be made. I expect a superstar to be on this team. I don't want an all-star. I want a superstar on my basketball team next season. And I want Tyler Hero gone. Tyler Hero does not play winning basketball. He has not done anything to prove that he plays winning basketball. He hasn't proven anything to us. He made an all-star team. You want a fucking cookie, dude? Like, get out of here. We need a superstar. And I will not sleep until Pat Riley gets in that interview booth and they press this dude about getting a star. All right, I'm not even talking about the postseason exit interviews that the Heat did, right? Like where Bam Adebayo was pressing Pat Riley, or basically telling the reporters to talk to Pat Riley and hope they don't blow him off, which that's cool, Bam, but fucking fight for your teammates next time, dude. Like, I love Bam Adebayo. I really, really love Bam Adebayo. He's probably my favorite player on the Heat now, without Jimmy Butler, obviously. Sorry. But yeah, Bam Adebayo, probably my favorite player on the Heat right now. He's really good, really, 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 really good defensively. Probably the best defender in the basketball, outside of like Wemby, but he's 7'5" and can block shots. Big whoop. Bam Adebayo, amazing defender. He lacks offensively, and he lacks the dog mentality, bro. So this offseason, get a whale, re-sign Davion Mitchell, please, for the love of Christ, and we'll win the championship. Heat and 5, bud.